Today on Some Heroes Wear Black Belts, we have a Tae Kwon Do family that thwarted an SA attack in Katy, Texas. This is the An family, and they own and operate Yongin Taekwondo located in Katy, Texas on Fry Road. And the family, led by Grandmaster Han, including his wife and his 3 kids, are all black belts, and they collectively teach classes at the Taekwondo studio. Well, on Tuesday, June 18th, around 4:00 p.m., after the family was returning from a late lunch, they heard screaming coming from the cricket store literally located right next door to their Taekwondo studio. And initially, they thought that it was just people playing around inside until they heard the second scream and they realized that it was a cry for help. And when the family rushed into the cricket store, they realized that the front of the store was completely empty, but the door to the back room was closed. And when they opened that door, they found a 19-year-old man on top of a woman on the ground. And the opening of the door to the back room was enough distraction for the female victim to free herself and run towards the family. And it was at that point that the daughter Hana and Mrs. An took the female victim over to their studio next door to make sure that she was completely okay. And Grandmaster Hanan, without hesitation, jumped into action, grabbed the man by his shirt and twisted it to the point that it was so tight on him that he was confined, and then pinned him to the ground, at which point the man tried to fight back, scratched Han in the neck, and bit his arm. And Grandmaster Han, along with his 2 sons Simon and Christian as backup, restrained the man for 10 minutes until the police arrived and arrested the 19-year-old suspect and charged him with attempted SA. And even though they've been disciples of Taekwondo for decades, they stated that it was the first time that they've had to use Taekwondo outside of the studio. And when people started heralding them as heroes, listen to what one of the sons, Simon, had to say about that.
A man is on top of a girl trying to assault her. I mean, what's the right thing to do? Take him off and hold him there until he gets arrested.
Also, side note, it's Taekwondo, not Taekwondo. It's spelled T-A-E, Tae.